So Rome Diamond League just went down actually in Florence, Italy, as opposed to Rome. I think there's construction on that stadium, but this was another high quality Diamond League meeting. Of course, we saw Doha, we saw Rabat, and now in Rome. Great races across the board, from the sprints all the way to the world record from Femke Bol in that 1500 meters. But let's talk about the sprints first here. Fred Kerley in that men's 100 meter dash. Like I said, it seems like he is probably not on any pace to lose a single race this year, especially not that World Championships. He just keeps winning race after race after race, and against a high quality field. We're talking about the guys that he's going to be going up against at the World Championships, right? Fernand Omanyala, Akani Simbine, Trayvon Bamel, right? All these guys are in the race. Marvin Bracey Williams. He keeps beating every single one of them, and he is not stopping. Another sub 10 performance, 9.93 seconds here in the Diamond League. He already beat them in Rabat. He ran 9.88 in Japan. So he is on a roll, and his confidence is through the roof. He said that he is not stopping. He said his goal is to continue to be consistent, and then the faster times are going to be coming later on.
The only person that can break me is myself, and I don't think myself is going to break me, because I know my ultimate goal for the season is.
Now, he also is going to be running in New York City, I think, later on this month. So we're definitely going to be looking out to see what he's able to do there right before USA's at the top of July. So this men's 100 meter dash, I'm loving Fred Kerley right now. Trayvon Bamel, he said that he was injured. He was coming back from, some setbacks just after he ran that amazing indoor personal best of 6'4". So we're going to see what he's able to do. Got another season's best here, and he's not even fully healthy. So keep a lookout for Trayvon Bamel. Omanyala got second place. Nothing too crazy. I want to see a lot more from Omanyala, but I like that he at least is still keeping it in the mix, and he's able to remain, top 2, top 3, even if he's running outside Kenya. So it's not about the time in a sense if you're running against the top competition. So this is really important for Omanyala, and we're going to see the rest of the guys. Akani Simbine finished 4th place. Still going to see where he's at. We still need to see what Christian Coleman, as well as Noah Lyles, as well as Akeem Blake, as well as Oblique Seville. A couple of them are going to be running, at the Racers Grand Prix this weekend. So keep a lookout to see what the rest of these 100 meter guys are doing. Over to the 200 though. Erriyon Knighton showed up and showed out in this men's 200 meter dash here. This is 200 meter opener for the season, 19.89 seconds. Got a kind of slow start, but that second half of his race, probably the last, 120 or so, was insane. And he was really pushing it. You could tell that he was really going for it. And he came out with that amazing time, 19.89 seconds. Really shows that he's been working.
I really don't think it's about really opening up fast or slow. Like I wasn't really worried about the time coming out. I mean, like I said, I was just trying to finish strong. Nothing really changed in training. The only thing you can really say is it's gonna be my first full year doing it, due to me not having school anymore. So I can really say that's the only thing that's changed. So yeah.
And he took down a pretty strong field, right? Dream Richards came up for second. Aaron Brown was third. So this was no slouch of a field. I'm very excited to see what this means for Noah Lyles versus Erriyon Knighton. Last year, of course, Noah Lyles, he, took the win over Erriyon Knighton pretty much every single time at USA's, at World Championships, and then a couple times at the Diamond League afterwards as well. But Erriyon Knighton is still super young. He has a lot of potential. He has a lot of growth. And I think this 19.89 really shows that he is going for a well-paced and a very fast 2023. Remember last year, he started off with 19.49. I think that was his season opener, or maybe his second 200 of the year. So, and then he, of course, never replicated that, but he still remained consistent, right? 19.7s, 19.8s. I think opening up with this 19.89 really makes a statement. He's coming for something fast, and he's challenging for a gold medal. Do not sleep on Erriyon Knighton, but gotta look out for Noah Lyles. Kenny B, I think he's a little bit injured, so we're gonna see him coming back, but look out for Erriyon Knighton in that men's 200. Women's 400 meter hurdles. Femke Bol from the Netherlands dominated this race. 52.43 seconds, a huge season's best, one of her fastest times of her entire career. Remember, her personal best is 52.03 seconds. So for her to be running this fast this early really shows that she's going for something big. Now, she spoke about how she's been changing her race plan. She's moving to 14 steps between the hurdles. She's still in practice with that process right now.
I mean, it's great to run so fast already so early in the season. I've changed my technique to 14 strides, so it's a big change, and it's nice to see that it's working. I think it's still nervous because I didn't train so much on the 14 stride yet, and it's not like, how you say, normal for me. It's normal to do this high rhythm, so I really need to think a lot. But it was nice that I had last week a small competition to try it out, and today I had great opposition, so it made my adrenaline go up, and it really helped me to execute it right.
So this is really just a warm-up for her. Of course, she is on pace to run 51 seconds. I think she is honestly on pace to run even faster. She could dip under 51 seconds if we are not careful. if we're not careful, if we want to actually see it, right? I think that Femke Bol is going to be a problem in the 400 meter hurdles. Of course, Sydney McLaughlin, she is in that mix. She's already won 50.68. Not sure if Femke Bol is going to challenge Sydney McLaughlin, but at this pace, Femke Bol, you know, who knows what's going to be possible with the way that she's running in these 400 meter hurdles. On the flip side, Shamir Little, second place, 53.38 seconds. This is an amazing performance for Shamir Little. Also one of her fastest performances of her entire career. I'm loving the progress that Shamir Little is making right now, and she is clearly going to make the USA team, right? If everything continues on this path. You know, Britton Wilson is there. Sydney McLaughlin doesn't have to make the team. So right now, it's probably Britton Wilson and Shamir Little who are significantly ahead of the pack, and then you have everyone else, right? Dalilah Muhammad, Anna Hall got a personal best in this race, 54.42 seconds. You also have Anna Cockrell, Masai Russell. There's a lot of ladies on the US side who are going to be vying for that 400 meter hurdle spot to the World Championships. But Shamir Little, with this performance, she is on pace to improve her personal best of 52.3 seconds as well. So look out for Shamir Little. Like I noted, Anna Hall, personal best of 54.42 seconds. I know she spoke about wanting to go to the USA Championships and try and make the team in both the heptathlon as well as the 400 meter hurdles. I'm not exactly sure if that's going to happen. The 400 meter hurdles is pretty tough, right? 54.42 is a very strong performance. You don't finish third place in the Diamond League, you know, if you're not world class. But we're talking about a lot of events. I need to check the schedule at USA Championships. I do think it's very possible for her to make the team, but I'm not going to, you know, place bets on it yet. I'm looking at Britton Wilson and Shamir Little probably as a top two right now. Sydney McLaughlin already has the bye. And then we're going to see. I think Dalilah Muhammad could probably make the team as well. Keep a lookout for all these ladies in the 400 meter hurdles. Loving seeing Femke Bol really dominate. Do not sleep on her. She may well run 50 seconds this year. Now, moving over to the women's 100, I'm looking at Marie-Josée Talu as a potential gold medalist in this 100 meter dash. Yes, I know Shericka Jackson is there, but Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce, not sure if she's going to run this year. She's had that knee injury. She hasn't opened up yet. So we're going to see what happens. Elaine Thompson-Herah, hearing that she may actually skip the year as well, right? Paris Olympics are next year. So a lot of these women and men might want to focus on that if they're injured. So we're going to see Talu coming away with the win here in 10.97 seconds. Now, this is significant because she's showing that consistency. She ran 10.78 seconds in Florida a couple weeks ago. She went to LA. Unfortunately, didn't run the finals because she got a cramp, but in the heats, she ran 10.88 seconds. So for her to fly all the way to the other side of the world, come out and run 10.97 seconds pretty comfortably against the rest of the field, right? Gina Lukenkemper came up for second in 11.09 seconds. So there was a pretty good gap between Talu and the rest of the field. I'm looking at Talu as not only a medalist, but a potential gold medalist. Now, Shericka Jackson, don't let me downplay what Shericka Jackson has been doing. She's already run 10.8 twice this year. She's super consistent in the 200, already ran sub 22 seconds this year. Shericka Jackson is arguably the 100 meter favorite if we're talking about, you know, those who have the experience and who's running right now. Again, Shelly-Ann Fraser-Pryce hasn't opened up, so not sure about her. Shakira Richardson still needs to make the USA team. Same with Aaliyah Hobbs. So we're going to see what's actually happening. Of course, Shericka Jackson has to make the Jamaican team in the 100, but she has a much easier path than a lot of the USA women. Talu doesn't even have to make the team. She's already on the team for Côte d'Ivoire.
Really be focused on Budapest because this year the objective is to get a medal because I have been far from the medal since 2019. So I'm hoping to get back in the game and by the grace of God, like come back with a medal for my country. What gets me to get that medal, it will be focus, not panic and just execute well, not stress at all and just put in my mind that I'm also great and if I'm focused on my lane and on the finish lane, I can achieve something great. So yeah.
So I'm looking at Talu as a medal threat and potentially a gold medal threat if she's able to maintain this consistency and get any faster. So keep a lookout for Talu in that women's 100 meter dash as the season progresses. Let's move over to that men's 110 meter hurdles. Now, last weekend in Rabat, we did see Broadbell get the win in a very strong performance. Broadbell is going to be a problem as the season progresses, but Holloway managed to come here. He got the win, had some of the same issues, but he managed to run 13.04 seconds for the win in the 110 meter hurdles. We also had Jason Joseph of Switzerland. He came up for second in national record of 13.10 seconds. He put a little bit of pressure on Holloway. Like I said, Holloway had some of the same issues in terms of the second half of his hurdle race. Now, I'm not a coach, but we see some consistency and some of the setbacks that, you know, Holloway does have when it gets that second half. But I'm looking at Holloway to really throw down something fast, along with some of the other guys as well. Holloway has already run 13.01 seconds this year. This 13.04 is the second fastest time of the year. We know that Holloway is the second fastest hurdler in history, 12.81 seconds. things. And considering what he's spoken about in the press conference, what he spoke about in his post-race interviews, he seems like he's developing confidence. He seems like he's, going through practice and really preparing for when it counts. Remember, he doesn't have to qualify for the USA team. He's already the world champion. He's already going to the world championship. So looking forward to see what Grant Holloway does.
You got off to a great start today. How do you think you can carry that into the last 20 meters of that race?
I felt way better than Rabat. I can tell you that much. But just to continue, just to get better. I'm overseas. I'm not in. I'm in enemy territory, give or take. Just getting better. Getting better. It's June. The end goal is August 21st. So just to be able to hold this all the way through August, that's the main goal.
We also saw Devin Allen come up with another season's best, 13.19 seconds. So very strong performance. Going to see what he does the rest of the season. So really great race. And I'm looking forward to seeing when all the hurdlers come together and put down something amazing at the World Championships this year. Over to the field events. Men's triple jump, an amazing competition. We had Diaz Hernandez. He came away with the win in a personal best of 17.75 meters. Now, prior to this, his best was 17.70 meters. He hit this on his first jump. So he is really stepping things up. He's showing his consistency, and he's showing that he is going to go for something big. I actually need to double check if he is eligible to compete at the World Championships. I think he's switching his allegiance from Cuba to Italy. So we're going to see if he can compete at the World Championships this year. But 17.75 is no joke and nothing to scoff at. Just behind him, though, Hughes Fabrice Zengo from Burkina Faso, super consistent, multiple-time medalist, 17.68 meters, showing that consistency. Not a season's best, but he has jumped 17.8 meters already this season. It's just showing that he is healthy, he's consistent, and he is going potentially for a gold medal at the World Championships this year. And then a couple guys finishing behind them, Lázaro Martinez from Cuba, 17.12, season's best for him. So really loving the men's triple jump, looking to see some of the US guys step things up. And then, of course, once Pichardo jumps in the field, this is going to be absolutely insane. Now on the women's long jump side, this was basically the World Championship final. Essa Brumet, Ivana Vuleta, right? Malaki Mahambo, Tara Davis, Quanisha Burks, right? Jasmine Sawyers. This was an entire field of the top women in the long jump this year. But none of these ladies actually took the win. Larissa Ipichenko, she managed to get the win here in 6.79 meters. Great performance for her. Right behind was Tara Davis. Tara Davis was actually kind of far, below in the pack throughout the entire competition. But later on, I think it was a fifth jump, she managed to get up into 6.74 meters. So great performance for her, right? Not the season's best, not the world lead that she already has this year, but we're looking at some really high quality competitions. And what I love to see is the women going head to head against each other, right? Your jump may not be that far, but if you're beating women who are also going to be, the World Championship medalist contenders, then that's all that matters, that head-to-head competition. So I'm loving this women's long jump and all these ladies going head-to-head here in the Diamond League and hopefully throughout the rest of the season as well. This is going to give us some good previews as we get to the World Championships in Budapest. So those are just some of the performances in the sprints, jumps, and hurdles that went down at the Rome Diamond League. Yes, I know, world record in that women's 1500 meters. Faith Kipyegon is the GOAT in the 1500 meters. And she's probably never going to go defeated for the next couple years until she retires or something like that. So amazing performances. Go in the comments below, let me know what you thought of the Rome Diamond League and some of the implications that these performances have for the rest of the season. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel. We'll be back again next time. Thanks for watching.